one of those four states, and I'm not a pound of it. Why should I give a shit? Well, let me tell you, there are American lives at stake here. Because a number of these elections could determine whether hundreds of thousands of people remain in or even fall into what's known as the Medicaid gap. And I know that sounds like a terrible clothing chain where you can buy khaki hospital gowns sewn by children in India, but amazingly it's even worse than that. Meet Kathy Owen, a Texas woman who can't afford insurance, has a family history of colon cancer, and is desperately saving up for a colonoscopy.
$80,000 saves between me and maybe another 20 years of my life if I have colon cancer. But I find myself now, at 53, with grown kids, in serious need of help. Hard to ask for, but absolutely necessary.
That's just terrible. $8,000 should not be the difference between living or dying. It should be the difference between buying this authenticated bass guitar signed by Paul McCartney and this baseball supposedly signed by Kanye West. And, by the way, why does that object exist? Is Kanye West interrupting baseball games now? I'm gonna let you finish this pitch, but my signature is the greatest signature of all time. Of all time! And look, if your instinct is, wasn't Obamacare supposed to solve this kind of problem? Well, yes, you're right, it was. To oversimplify things just a bit, the idea was, under Obamacare, people without insurance would be split into two groups. Those who made upwards of 138% of the poverty line would be eligible to buy insurance with subsidies up to a certain point. And as for the poorest Americans, Medicaid, which had previously generally applied to children and
It was like how New Japan has fucking their John Cena and their Michael Jackson.
Everyone insured, America was supposed to go outside, brush the dead leaves off the trampoline, celebrate with a backflip and a broken tibia. The Supreme Court even famously upheld Obamacare in 2012. What you may not remember is that even that very day, there were hints it may not have been an unequivocal victory.
John Roberts sided with the four liberal justices, voting 5-4 to uphold nearly all of President Obama's health care law.
And there's the problem, because nearly all is not a reassuring statement. Healthcare is like a pair of gym shorts. Even if it covers nearly all of what it's supposed to, you're still left with some problematic gaps, and terrible things can happen.
Hold up, eh?
The Supreme Court struck part of the law which enabled the
Hashtag hold up, eh?
Medicaid, which meant states could choose to reject the expansion, even though that would be an odd decision. Under the law, the federal government would pay 100% of the costs for the first 3 years, eventually decreasing to 90%.
So who does everybody think the RD Pro?
Oh, the
RD
guy who's
event will
speaking
be?
in the background on my TV?
Yeah.
Is that what you're wondering?
That's what he
It's
asked.
John Oliver. John Oliver is, like, he's a comedian, but, like, he's, like, he brings up serious things as well. So. I'm, like, I keep checking to see if my King of the Ring has started. And it hasn't. It hasn't. Oh, wait, no network. It hasn't started yet. Fuck. I wish I knew, like, if you started King of the Ring, it locked your position in, and then you could just power level everything. I don't even know if that's how it works.
Does he bring my King of the Ring? That's serious. Del Rio is probably too soon. Maybe. It might be too soon for an event card.
No, he's talking about America and Medicaid and stuff.
It's claws on DVD? I mean, no thank you, but yes, I'll take it. Vince Vaughn is always good for 49 cents worth of yucks. Basically, for relatively little of their own money, states would cover all their poorest citizens. It was an exceptionally favourable deal. But guess what many states chose to do?
Texas will not be participating in Medicaid expansion.
They're working hard to change the American dream into the European nightmare. This system we call Obamacare that we now see is going to be a train wreck, and I do not want the name of Mississippi emblazoned across that train when it leaves the tracks.
Would you consider expanding a broken system? Of course not. Of course not. It's like a drug dealer. You give them your first hit free, and then they're hooked for years and years.
Yeah, Ryback did still have the title.
This instance, that drug addict has cancer, the drug being pushed is chemo, and the corner boys have 7 years of med school. 20 states have so far declined to expand Medicaid, leaving over 3 million people in the Medicaid gap. People in the illogical situation of not making enough money to receive government assistance. Just listen to LaShawn B. Hall, a diabetic who at one point was forced to reuse needles to save money.
I don't make enough money to get the insurance through the federal government, and then I make too much to get Medicaid, and I cannot afford the insurance that's offered at my job. So, I'm just.
I can see it being Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns ring domination.
Like how disappointing it is.
The new one is gonna be John Cena versus Del Rio. Cena's not even on TV.
No, canned event card. I can see it being like Bray Wyatt or something.
Yeah.
I like Asuka's name for her theme.
The future.
Yeah.
Have you listened to the lyrics? It's pretty solid.
I'm listening to it right now.
Your kings and your queens will drop like rain.
I don't support Obamacare. I want to repeal it, but I did expand Medicaid because I was able to bring Ohio money back home to treat the mentally ill, the drug addicted, and to help the working poor get health care.
Oh, I see the reversal time.
Doesn't mean when you have an opportunity to bring these $14 billion of Ohio money back to Ohio, that's not Obamacare.
I'm upset we didn't get a Rollins or Owen event card.
It's a big deal when accepting billions of dollars to give health care.
I do think one of our next PCCs will be Rollins versus Reigns.
But all Kasich technically did was see a dump truck full of money back into his driveway and just not say stop.
Here, Portal. I got a video that you should watch.
This was the most anticlimactic King of the Ring I've been in forever. Like, I have a legendary secured right now. I'm just like, okay.
If elected, he'll explain it. The bad news is his opponent is this guy.
Political experts in Mississippi were stumped when the long-haul trucker who ran no campaign to speak of and who was essentially unknown outside his own home was elected as the Democratic nominee to be governor. Spent how much?
I'm trying to beat Bret Hart real fast, and then maybe I'll look at it.
$60 in the whole campaign. No signs in the yard, no bumper stickers, no anything.
Gray's run for the nomination was so low-key, he forgot to mention it to his own mother.
I called him after brother.
Yeah, Hell in a Cell Rollins was awesome.
No, he would have told us. But she's like, no, it's him.
I wasn't even playing at that time though.
There is a difference between running a low-key campaign and not having name recognition within...
What the fuck? So, the the Mississippi population nominated a guy who has run a $50 campaign for governor. He is a trucker, and he literally, like, his only campaign, really, is to expand Medicaid into Mississippi. Like, the Obamacare Medicaid system? Yeah.
Some think it's simply because Gray's name was the first on the ballot. Others say it's because he has a traditional man's name.
He is a male, and this is Mississippi.
Oh, he's a male and this is Mississippi. It's depressing when that's all you have to say and everyone understands. It's an attractive goat and this is West Virginia. I get it. I don't need any more details. We're on the same page. It's pretty clear at this point Robert Gray is not going to be the next governor of Mississippi, so let's move on to Virginia, where the obstacle to Medicaid expansion is their state legislature. For anything to happen, Democrats would first have to gain 2 Senate seats, and one of the Senate's leading opponents of expansion is Dick Black, whose name, yes, sounds like a category heading in an adult bookstore, but...
Dick Black. What a fucking name to have when you... Mr. Black Dick?
considerably less far.
Governor Dick.
For instance, he once sent a thank you letter to Bashar al-Assad, commending him for his extraordinary gallantry in his war against terrorists. A letter Assad posted to his Facebook page, which I'd say was the worst thing he'd ever posted on social media if it weren't for this genuine Instagram photo of his windshield on a rainy day, which Assad actually tagged #rain, #morning, #photo of the day, #best of the day, #Instagood, #Syrian presence. Assad abuses hashtags almost as much as he abuses the Syrian people. And by the way, Bashar al-Assad is not alone in getting surprising envelopes from Dick Black.
Years ago, when he was in the House of Delegates and sponsoring an anti-abortion measure, he left envelopes on senators' desks with little plastic pink fetuses inside.
Well, that is revolting.
What? Little pink pieces of fetus?
What?
Plastic fetuses? What?
Almost when it was with Dick Black who was running in Virginia was legendary accordionist Dick Black. I'm sure he could find a great campaign song from his actual album, A Taste of Dick Black. A Taste of Dick Black.
God damn it.
So Mortal, you watched that video yet?
Nope. Beating Bret Hart.
You cannot deny it's a nice palate cleanser after you just heard the phrase plastic fetuses. But
You have
perhaps
to watch the whole thing, start to finish.
in Kentucky, where they did expand Medicaid, and by all accounts,
No, it's not an hour-long video.
see the nation's steepest drop in the rate of uninsured residents. Only an idiot would try to undo that. Which brings me to gubernatorial candidate Matt Bevin. He has been accused of wanting to end the expansion and kick people off Medicaid. Something
Get your ass back here, Bret Hart.
Hearing things that I'm supposedly saying, which in fact I've never said. I've never said of Medicaid.
Alright, okay, fine. You never said that, but I presume that means that this footage does not exist.
The fact that we have 1 out of 4 people in this state on Medicaid is unsustainable, it's unaffordable. So if you were governor, you would undo his executive order to expand Medicaid. Absolutely. No question about it. I would reverse that immediately.
The only rational explanation is that Matt Bevin has cloned himself, and his clone, Bat Mevin, is even stupider than he is.
You got Matt Bevin and Bat Mevin.
What makes his opposition to government systems especially hard to take is that he heads up a family bell-making business whose Connecticut factory sadly burned down a few years ago. So what did this staunch, small government, free market advocate do?
Owner Matthew Bevin dumped to rebuild, and he may be getting some help.
Senator Blumenthal vows to explore EPA grants for cleanup, possible small business loans, and potential resources from FEMA and other federal agencies. Your kind offer to basically form Team Belltown is critical.
Now, to be fair, Team Belltown did not receive federal assistance. Bevin did, however, get a $100,000 state grant to reopen his factory. So if Matt Bevin ends up winning, I presume he'll give you healthcare as long as you cover yourself in bells and set yourself on fire. But the real irony here is that Bevin did not have insurance to cover the fire because he claimed no company would insure the buildings for a price that made sense.
$17.25 for Ryback.
It was too high. He needed to turn to the government for help. And quite frankly, Matt Bevin, that should ring a f***ing bell. And yet, as of right now, his race is considered a toss-up. He could win, just like Dick Black could win, and just like Robert Ray definitely won't. So on Tuesday, even if you don't live in a state hockey election, spare a thought for the people who do, because the results may ultimately affect the health of 500,000 people, and of course, one ridiculous-looking animal.
This guy is fucking great. Like I can't get over the fact that he's just
Yeah, see, that's one of the things I was saying. He said my Ryback still beats his Ryback even with his legendary Pump It Up.
wow.
Did I actually complete the Bret Hart? Cobra Clutch.
You don't complete Bret Hart. Bret Hart completes you.
4 out of 10.
4 out of 10.